Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Traveling with Tinkerbell. Another episode, guys. I was so happy that we were gonna do this show today. Just to spend some time with you guys, spend some time with you guys and enjoy this time with all of you guys. And we're going to talk about a topic. I'm not sure how many of you guys have heard about this new island, or I don't know how many of you guys know a lot about it, but I actually digged in and I actually found some hot information for you guys. And I wanted to talk to you about it today. And our show is going to be just about this topic. And obviously, we're going to talk about other things as well going forward. Just to tell you a little bit about us, we are doing good after the hurricane Milton came around here. It was a little stressful. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But thankfully, we are all okay. Everything is a little bit back to its normal state. I just wanted to say really quickly, thank you so much for all of you guys that reached out to me. A lot of prayers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that reached out and all the prayers that you guys sent over our way. I feel very blessed having all of you guys in my life. Welcome in, Cruise Nuts and Alice Lugo Studios. Welcome in. For Alice and for Cruise Nuts that are here, I'm actually looking forward to seeing you guys. And in a couple of how many more days? I don't even know. Hi, PK Adventures. Welcome in. Hello, Eddie Studios. How are you? We have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more days. 13 more days. I can't believe it's just gone so quickly. But I'm super excited to see all of you guys in 13 more days. I tell you, when you guys come, I'm praying and hoping that the Tampa, where the port is, I haven't seen it. I'm probably going to go this weekend just to check out things over there. But it was not looking all decent like the normal port of Tampa, because that area was underwater. For Helene, for Milton, it was not as bad for Milton. They were expecting it to be worse. It's one of those things that how would I say it? We're thankful it didn't come in through Tampa, but we're also sad and went through towards Sarasota because somebody got hit with that horrible hurricane. But because it went through to Sarasota, the surge that they were expecting about 15 to 20 feet into the Tampa Bay area did not happen. So that is a blessing. Welcome in, Tracy, the other Cruise Nuts. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to talk about this crazy controversy, guys. You don't understand. When I was reading about this new perfect day at Mexico, I don't know how many of you guys know a little bit about this. I don't know if you guys have read about it, or maybe it's your first time knowing about it. It has spiked a big, huge controversy. I've been reading it all over the different platforms, and I'm just, it just makes you think, all the royal people, all the loyal to royal people are happy about it, but there's a lot of people that are not happy about this whole conundrum of situations that is happening over there in royal. So with that being said, I want to start the show with a little video I found for the perfect day in Mexico, and then we're going to just dive into this whole entire controversy. Welcome in, Em. Thank you so much for being here today. All right, so here we go. We're going to play this little clip that I found, and then we're going to jump right into
experience from start to finish.
We have something for every type of guest.
Amazing cuisine with so many unique flavors.
The best of thrill and chill.
Beautiful beach, beautiful views, cabanas, pools.
We're announcing our next perfect day. Perfect day in Mexico.
Well, guys, perfect day in Mexico is coming in 2027. That's a for sure thing. We know that for a fact. It has been all over the Royal Caribbean websites. It's all over the media. People are talking about it. There is no getting away of that situation. So as of October 9th of 20, and I'm going to read this information out to you that we got from Miami. Royal Caribbean has unveiled the plans to make a new bold adventures in vacations with the new debut of Perfect Day in Mexico for 2027. Vacationers can set their sights on Mexico's popular Caribbean coast of Mahumal, which, if you guys know, is in the coast of Costa Maya. That's where they're actually going to do all of this. For what will be slice of paradise that combines Royal Caribbean adrenaline, pumping thrills, and ways to chill with the vibrancy of the beauty of Mexico. Perfect Day at Coco Cay has been a game changer for both the guests and our business, with travel prioritizing unique experiences and destinations driving their bookings decision. We're excited to expand our Perfect Day collection by creating a Perfect Day in Mexico to super serve guests. If you guys heard the word Perfect Day collection, that means that Perfect Day is going to expand to Mexico and other different destinations, because as you guys know, in the Bahamas, in Nassau, they're actually going to be building another one there. I think that one is Perfect Day in Bahamas or something like that. They haven't named that one yet, and if they have, I haven't read onto that one. But this is their collection as of Perfect Day. And it's to create, it's going to serve guests who wants to explore the Western Caribbean. This is what Jason Liberty, president of the CEO of Royal Caribbean Group. Our momentum is for reimagining and ultimating the vacation experience for guests of all ages continues as we help guests turn the vacation of a lifetime into a lifetime of vacation across our brands. Along with Royal Caribbean Beach Club in Cozumel, I currently announced the beach experiences in Cozumel, Mexico that will open in 2026. Perfect Day in Mexico will be a hallmark of Royal Caribbean vacation that introduces new adventures in the Western Caribbean. Vacationers have a store of unparalleled lineup of experiences and locally inspired twists across the design, flavors, and spirits. With more to be revealed, highlights include all new thrill parks, water park, jaw-dropping pools and beaches, restaurants and bar, and more spots of the taste bus, music, and more. Since the introduction of the Perfect Day at Coco Cay in 2019, the top-rated destinations, the memories made by millions, have paved the way of unbelievable experiences and will be that will be in Perfect Day in Mexico, said Michael Bailey, president and CEO of Royal Caribbean International. And destinations are a big part of our families and adventures vacation with the Royal Caribbean brand. With that being said, guys, this is just the beginning of a landmark of their collection. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, if you guys want to put it on the chat, how do you guys feel about having all these perfect days in different parts of maybe the Caribbean? And I don't know if they're going to expand it to elsewhere, maybe to Alaska. I don't know if they're going to expand it that way. But how do you guys feel? Because this is where the issue is. And I'm going to give you some details that I actually found on this. So as you guys know, Royal Caribbean just bought the whole entire port of Costa Maya. This is where this Perfect Day. So this is the port of Costa Maya. And they not only bought the port of Costa Maya, but they also bought the water park area. So these two combined are now property of Royal Caribbean. This is where they're going to be building the Perfect Day in Mexico, guys. So for those of you that have been to Costa Maya, eventually when you go there in 2027, all of that area belongs to Royal Caribbean now. This is where this show goes, where the controversy goes. It's only going to be for Royal Caribbean's guests. Welcome in, Scott McNeil. Thank you so much for being here today. this island is only, this perfect day in Mexico is only going to be for Royal Caribbean guests. So in not only that they purchased the Costa Maya port, they actually bought also, like I said, the water park. And they're also going to have like these paid club areas, no different than the Hideaway Beach and things like that, where you pay to get in. They just signed an agreement to buy 220 acres in Costa Maya. They're only going to build 100 acres of that 220. The docking area in Costa Maya can accommodate 4 mega ships at one time, but only the passengers in Royal will have access to this area. So now that you guys know that information, this is where the controversy starts, because this port is not just going to be a Royal port. It's going to be, you're going to have MSC, you're going to have Carnival porting there, Holland America, Norwegian, all of these other companies, all these other cruise lines are going to be porting there as well, but they will not have access to this area. I guess they're going to be able, I don't know how they're going to build it or how much of it is going to be built where they're going to have an access. I'm going to guess they have to have some type of way, because they need, I know that when you get there, you have to, you have excursions and different things and stuff like that. But can you imagine you're traveling, let's say on a Norwegian ship, Carnival, and you get to Costa Maya and now you can't use that port because it belongs to Royal Caribbean. Now you are dead on of having to do an excursion or stay on the ship and have a ship day. That's where the controversy is. That's where people are now hot and bothered, because it's just crazy. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this show, because I wanted to see you guys' opinion, because I know a lot of people of you guys do travel a lot to Costa Maya. I've been to Costa Maya at least 4 times in different cruise lines. I've been on it with Royal, I've been on it with Carnival, and I've been on it with Norwegian. So it's just crazy to know that they're going to do this there, which is okay for them to build, but what happens to everybody else? So pretty much as I was reading the information, the questions that I actually have: how would you feel if you can't enter the area in Costa Maya? That's one of my questions for you guys. And do you think Royal is doing the right thing by purchasing this part of Costa Maya? If you are on a different cruise line, you will not be able to have access. But what you can actually see is, maybe are they doing it for the fact that you can see all the stuff that you can do on a Royal Caribbean ship, and you have a private island that you can come to and enjoy that area? Like if you're on a Norwegian ship or on a Holland America or whichever other brand, and you get onto that port and you're looking at all of this, would that entice you to move into Royal? Is that maybe what Royal's trying to do, to entice people to come to their brand instead of you having to go someplace else? Because they're popping all over the different places of the Caribbean. They have a Royal Caribbean club in Mexico that they're building in Cozumel. They have one in Nassau that they're building there. Now this Perfect Day in Mexico, they have Perfect Day in Coco Cay, and they actually calling it the Perfect Day Collection, meaning it's not going to stop here. We're going to continue to move forward. We're going to continue to build in other different parts of the ports. So they're trying to kind of like keep everybody, like all the royals together. They're even going to have, as of what I read, I'm not sure how true this is, but I did read an area where they're going to have like for the royal ships, they're going to have a shuttle that's going to take you. That way you don't have to walk that long port area. They're going to take you back and forth to and from the port. So welcome in, Will G. So, it's one of those things that, when you look at it and you read, it's a good thing, because I'm not going to say it's not a good thing, but is it a good thing for all of our cruise community, like different, cruise lines out there? I don't know how they feel when they found out that, that this is really happening. So let's see. Will G says, hopefully they leave was there for all cruise lines. In addition, are Royal cruisers. I don't know. As far as I know, it's going to be all Royal Caribbean, as far as I know. Now, what I don't know, Will, is how much of the port itself they purchase. I don't know if did they purchase the whole thing or did they just purchase a part of it. That part I have no idea, to be honest with you. It almost sounds like it will be a better idea to have an entrance into Perfect Day area and an offshot to the port and leave the rest to the shopping pool area. That would be kind of cool if they do it that way. I guess we will have to wait and see what other information we get from it. Alice says, I think the other cruise lines should remove that port from their itineraries. The problem is, Alice, I don't think they're going to be able to, because that's a port where it's open to all the different cruise lines, and it's not just going to be just Royal. That's not going to be just a port for Royal. So I think that's also another part where the controversy is also lands, because it's not like the Bahamas that you go to Perfect Day and all the cruises that go there is just Royal Cruise Line. So it's no different than NASA. In NASA, when you come into the NASA port, I don't know how many of you guys have been to NASA lately, but where the lighthouse is, all of that area belongs to Royal Caribbean, and they're actually building there now. So as soon as you come in, that area is already, whenever that place is ready, you'll be able to cross around and go to that area and spend the day there and enjoy. Now, I do know that in NASA, the Bahamian area where the port is, they actually have a space there, and they're actually building a water park there. So now the Bahamian people are going to have their water park, and Royal is going to have their area across the street from them. So it's going to be kind of like weird to see how. Well, I'm going to more than likely all the loyal to Royals are going to be over there, and then everybody else, because NASA holds about 6 different ships, so not every ship is going to be able to go to that private island there. So they'll be able to go to this other water park. Like what I don't know, because I went a couple of weeks to NASA ago, and they are starting to build that port, that actual water park there. So that's being built there. So what I don't know is what the cost of it is to enter, but I'm sure they're going to have some sort of charge for that. It's just crazy, the different things that they're being built. So many videos where Perfect Day is so far from the port, need more transportation to help out. Yeah, but actually with on Perfect Day at Coco Cay, you have they actually built a port there where the boat docks and you can walk in and to from the ship. And in NASA is literally right across from the port. So you're going to be able to walk from the port to that private island. So it's pretty good. 1 year I need to go last to see for myself. How is it in person? Let me tell you, if you haven't been to NASA, that port is really pretty compared to what it used to be a long time ago. It's more privatized. The only thing that I will say, guys, if you have not been to that port, the only thing that I can say is that it's private from the port towards the ship. But the actual NASA port is actually open to everybody. So everybody can come in and out. They don't actually check you for IDs to come in and out to the little shopping area. That's one thing that I noticed. They don't ask you for any of that. Welcome in, Harlan. Thank you so much for being here. So they don't ask you for any IDs or anything like that. It's literally like open. You can come in and out at any time you want. I did not see a lot of the locals inside of the port area, but I don't know if they can just come in and out, or they do have security out there at all times to check up on that. But it's one of those things that, it's safe. It looks much nicer than what it used to be. I don't know how many of you guys have been to NASA lately, but it looks much nicer than what it used to be. I truly enjoyed when I went to NASA. Those vlogs are coming soon so that you guys can see that part of NASA. We did a little vlog over there when I went 2 weeks ago. So it was really nice. And I was actually looking forward to going because I wanted it to see the port. I have not seen it finished, but it was also nice to see that they're actually building at the same time the water park. And it's funny because they're building it at the same time that Royal is building there. So it's kind of kind of funny to see, how they're going to manage that one. That will be a long walk. I think they have to take a boat or a bus or a new Royal area in Nassau. You know what? With Royal, you never know, because they might have, little boats that take you there, or they might have some sort of shuttle. But, Royal does it amazingly. They got it all down to the pack, when it comes to Royal Caribbean. Well, that's one thing that when it comes to Disney cruise lines and Royal Caribbean, they actually know what they're doing, and they have it down packed. Now, the only thing with Disney, with their new private island, the Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, oh my God, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. They need some type of shuttle, because I think that's like a little bit of a half-mile walk from ship to shore. So, and I do know that they have some sort of little golf carts for those people that are in wheelchairs and things like that. I know that they do have some mobility for the people who have mobility issues. They do have cars that take them in and out. But if you don't have any mobility issues, you're gonna have to walk it. And I think it takes you about anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to walk that whole entire port area to get to land. So it's a lot of walking. It's on the other side. Yes, it is. It's on the other side of the channel. I don't think I'll walk along the streets of Nassau. Let me tell you, Harlan, if you go to Nassau, you don't even have to go outside of the port, because you have everything inside of the port. You have shops, you have a museum in there. You can get directly straight to Senor Frogs without having to leave the port area. You could just walk straight to Senor Frogs and back into the ship, and you don't even have to touch the streets anymore. So it's kind of really cool how that whole area has evolved and developed, because I remember when I used to go to Nassau, I used to have to walk all the way over there. Now that walk to Senor Frogs is inside of the port. So it's really cool. Welcome in, Katie. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, guys, it's just crazy, to be honest with you. The controversy is just out there, and I just wanted to, to check with you guys to see exactly what is it that you guys, how do you guys feel, what your thoughts are on something like this? Because I don't know how I would feel paying all this money. And mind you, this is not like every port, it's just the one port, but paying all this money, and you're thinking, okay, you're going to have a good time in Costa Maya. Next thing you know, you can't go in there because it belongs to Royal. Now I have to do an excursion, or maybe take a taxi, because that's another option. You can take a taxi towards the end. It's probably like maybe half of a mile to a mile far away from the port. And you can get to the other side, where you can go to the beach, and they have like shopping areas, and it's very safe to be there in that area. But a lot of people just like to enjoy just getting off of the cruise ship and enjoying that pool area. So it's one of those things that, we'll see what happens, at that point in time. And I don't know. I guess we're going to have to keep an eye on this perfect day in Mexico. And hopefully this controversy, I don't know what Royal's going to do. What are they going to say about it? And if Royal's watching this, hey guys, you got to give us some more information. Are you guys buying the whole entire port, or is just going to be a part of the port? So it's one of those things. I bet Royal might offer an extra charge for those ships to enter. It might be that they might offer something, or maybe an excursion within an excursion inside of these cruises. I don't even know, to be honest. That's a good question. That will be for sure something. But like I said, Royal has it all figured out to the T. And all these loyal to Royal people, they're going to love it. They're going to love it because it's an enclosed area just for them, and they're going to have a good time. I don't know how many of you guys travel in Royal Caribbean. And I've been to Perfect Day maybe about 8 or 9 times by now. And I've been to Perfect Day before Perfect Day was Perfect Day, that it used to be Coco Cay by itself. And the amount of changes in that island is incredible. I love the island. It has a lot to offer to the family. But on the other side, there's also a lot of cost to do a lot of things. If you want to go to Thrill Island, if you want to go to Hideaway Beach or the clubs or anything like that, that's at an extra charge. The zip lining, all of that is extra charge. Yeah, you have the island and you can go to South Beach or anything or the Cove and enjoy, without having to pay for anything. But I'll tell you something, the loyal to Royals do pay top dollars for all of the extra stuff. It's just that simple. People are going to pay it. RCC will not be buying the Port. They'll remodel for everyone to enjoy still. I don't know, but I heard that they actually purchased all of that area. I don't know how they're gonna figure that out, but we'll see. I have been on 24 Royal cruises. I like Royal Caribbean. I enjoy their cruise. I like it because they have it together. No different than Celebrity Cruise Lines. Celebrity's my top best. But I like Royal. I've been doing more Royal than I have been doing Carnival lately. Just because I've been trying to get onto all the different types of ships, to getting to know all of them, all the different ships and things like that. And Royal has it, it's no different than Disney, guys. Disney, the people at Disney, and I was talking about this not so long ago on one of the live streams that I did. And I'm trying to look for somebody that only does Disney Cruise Line, because there is something about that line that I need to have an understanding why people continue to go over and over and over versus coming to Royal, Carnival, Celebrity, Holland, or anybody else. You got the loyal to Disney people that they will never set foot on any other line other than Disney. But I've been on Disney and I could understand why people like the Disney brand. The food is amazing. Everything about Disney is great. They do it, to the top of the top notch. So that's one thing we got to give to Disney. And then you got Celebrity, and then you got Royal on that same level of high standards. So it's sometimes, you pay for what you want as a customer. And I would love to meet somebody that is a loyal to Disney, because I would love to have that conversation with them, because it will be nice to know you're paying 2 and 3 times what you can probably go on Royal a couple of times with the amount of money you pay in Disney. Just by looking at the prices on Treasure alone for an interior cabin, you're looking at $6,000 for an interior cabin on Treasure, because I've been eyeing it. I've actually booked it for customers, and I've actually had customers that have booked a balcony between $11,000 and $14,000 for a balcony, guys. It's crazy, but it's the brand. That brand is giving them something that all the other brands are failing to give to that customer, and that's one of the things that I like to kind of like dig deep and see and talk to these people and see. Because I actually, when I went on the Fantasy, I will never forget, I was not a travel agent at the time. This was maybe 5-6 years ago. And my daughter had turned 10 years old, Sophie, she's 16 now. And my next door, on the cabin next to me, I was and I will never forget, I had a veranda cabin, and she was just talking, and we decided, I just had a conversation with the lady. Until today, that conversation has always kept me in my mind, because I asked her, do you travel other than Disney? She goes, nope, I only travel Disney. I didn't know the lady to the extent to ask her more questions, but she says, I will never travel on another cruise line other than Disney. So this is all I know, and this is all I do. And she was in the high, I don't know, she was in some high level in Disney. No different than when you're in Royal, you go up through the levels. But it's one of those things. The loyal to Royals are gonna love this, and they're loving that they have all these new extra places that now that they can go, and it's private to them. So let me see. I have been on 24 Royal ships. I just got out of hand, and I don't pay the extra stuff. I hear you, Katie. I have not done a Disney cruise yet. Princess is fairly good. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Princess. I want to do a Princess cruise. I have not done one yet, but I'm going to go on Princess soon. Princess does Alaska very well. Their land packages are wonderful too. Yep, and you're right. Disney is so costly. Yes, it is. When I went, this was 6 years ago, guys, and I had 2 cabins. I had one veranda balcony and one ocean view. And it was 4 in my room and 3 on the other. And I paid $14,000 for 2 cabins, 7 days on Disney. It was crazy. It was crazy. But it was very nice. The only thing with Disney that I don't like, they don't have a casino. They don't have a lot of adult things to do. A lot of the adult things is kind of like theme with the Disney situation. So they don't have like they actually have a club and things like that, but it's more like kid friendly, like completely kids friendly. So, and it's nice for those of you that like, and I want to be on the Treasure because the Treasure has Peter Pan and I'm trying to get on it. I'm actually looking at different dates to see which one works better for me because I don't want to pay like 10 grand for it. I'm trying to find something that is a little bit on the better side, maybe 5 or something like that. But it's insane because I'm going to have to pay for the whole thing. Well, that's what we did for my daughter's 10th birthday. That was her 10th birthday celebration. So the family, we all put the money together and we did a Disney Fantasy. It was a 7-day cruise and we had a great time on the Fantasy. Eventually, I'm probably going to do some of the Disney cruise lines, maybe the ones that have the 3 and the 4 days just to try it out. Not just anytime soon because I have the Europe cruise coming up next year, which is a big cruise that I have. That's going to be a big vacation. And the year after that, we're doing Alaska. And then I'm planning down the road hitting Japan, Hong Kong, and all of that other stuff. So that's coming down the road. It's just a matter of working, and figuring out the dates and time and how much it's going to cost and where we're going to go and visit and all of that. But I just wanted to bring you that information because when I read on it, I was like, how are the customers going to take this information? Well, the royals are going to be great because they're going to be happy. But what happens to the non-royal people? What happened to the people that come on Carnival? You guys are out there. What do you guys think about this? Is this something that you guys are happy with? Are you bothered about it? You got to put your words out there. Maybe John Hill, I don't know, somebody can say something about this. But I'm gonna continue to monitor it and see, because this is not going to be the only one, guys. This is not going to be the only one. Who knows what's going to be the next port of call that they're going to buy. That's the part that we don't know what's going to be, because right now they have one in Cozumel, which they have a club over there. The NASA one, the perfect day in Mexico now. So I'm not sure if they're going to buy another one. Where is their next stop going to be? And how are they going to do it? I know that Cayman Islands is hoping soon that they're going to actually build an actual port so that the ships can actually dock instead of having to do the tendering service there. So I know that that's in the middle of the works right now with Cayman Island, and I'm hoping that they do that soon, because I think that that'll be great for everybody. Instead of having, especially people with mobility issues, it'll be way easier for them to get off of the ship and enjoy the island, if you will. You can add the land packages and take that. Okay, so she's talking about for the Panama Canal in Europe and Asia. But yeah, it's just one of those things that, we just got to keep. And more than likely, guys, it's not just going to be royal, because Carnival is doing Celebration Keys over there in the Bahamas over there. They're actually doing Celebration Key that is opening up soon here in 2025. And I know that that's not going to be their last stop either. So all these different cruise lines are probably doing the same thing in every port of call. So then now you're going to have, that whole situation. The other part of the controversy here was what's going to happen with all the excursions, guys, in Costa Maya? Because if the Loyal to Royals have their actual water area or their private area, are they going to be purchasing excursions? That's something else that they need to probably figure out and see, how is that going to work? Because more than likely, if when you go to Perfect Day, you're just going to stay a whole day in there. And I'm going to guess if you're going to go to the Bahamas, you're probably going to stay inside of that area that they're building. And if they're going to do the same thing in Costa Maya, remember, these people that's their bread and butter. Us going over there, that's, how they make their money, all their excursions and all that. Is that also going to take a domino effect? Are they going to be hit with less excursion activities because all these people are staying there now? So that's another situation. I truly will find it hard to believe that Costa Maya will sell out the port to Royal and is going to completely cut off. I don't know, PK, but that's as far as what we read. Well, what I read, it was that they have purchased 220 acres, including the Costa Maya port. Now, what I don't know if it's the whole entire area in the port or just part of there. Because if you guys have been to Costa Maya, they actually have a pool there. They have the little bird sanctuary. They have dolphins in that area where people actually swim with the dolphins and all of that stuff. And then they have the guys that come in and they do their flying thing in the air. And they also have all the shops. But I think they actually are looking at it because they also bought the water park. So they bought all of that. So I'm going to guess that, yeah, they probably purchased the whole port. Now, the question is, are they going to subdivide one area for all the other cruise lines to come through there, maybe to use the shops and all of that? That's the part that we have to, I guess, get more information on that specific, part of it. I meant to say, oh, I see. Thank you, Kate. Okay, so she's answering. Oh, no worries, Katie. Thanks, Harlan. Thank you for coming back, Harlan. But yeah, guys, that's the part that we have to keep an eye on to see if it's the whole port or they're going to subdivide, a part of the port so that people can still shop. I'm going to guess they have to, because if they close the whole port, then people are just going to get off of their ship, go into an excursion and come right back, and they're not going to be able to shop there. So I don't know if it's just some part of that port, but I do know that they actually purchased that area. I don't think the new one in NASA is free for our students. It's not. I think it's also they have to pay to get there. I don't think it's going to be a free thing like Perfect Day that you can go and enjoy the beach and all of that. I think you're right, Will. I think it's more like an excursion that you can just pay and have an entrance to go there. But you're going to see how many people are going to be going there instead of, now you're going to have the people. I said, okay, instead of staying on the ship, I'll just pay however much money they're going to charge, and I'll just go to the private island right across from it and enjoy my day there, So we'll see. We just got to keep an eye on what's going on and all the different things that are happening, and it's just a matter of time that we're going to find out more about this Perfect Day in Mexico. I was just reading through. Oh my God, I don't even know how many people. You got a lot of people that are happy about it. You got some people that are bothered about it. You got some people that have a lot of different questions about it. So I guess Royal will be giving us all of that information. We just got to wait and see. But I'm going to guess if they announced it is because they do have a good plan of action. And I know that they're not just going to mess with everybody's vacation, at the same time. Well, I'm hoping they don't. So it's just a matter of finding out later down the road when they give us more information as to what are they going to do with this. But I do know it's Costa Maya. And I've been to Costa Maya. I actually like it. It's really nice port to go to. They have some really cool excursions over there. If you never have, I've done the ATV excursion there, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun doing the ATV. It goes through the they take us like through this jungle area. And then you end up in this really cool beach area. So it was really nice to do it there. And afterwards, they took us not inside of the port, but on the other side, which is like about 1 mile away. And they drop you off. You get to do like a whole beach day there, and they'll pick you back up. and bring you back to the port. So, customers do have an option. If they want to go to the beach, they can just, either, I don't know how they're going to have shuttles to take people to the other side where the beach is and all the other shopping centers area in Costa Maya. I do know that by the port of Costa Maya, they actually have they actually built like some kind of like condos and townhouses they were building there when I went last. And they were for sale. I actually looked at them and they were like about $40,000 for a condo there. I actually thought about getting one. I said, this would be kind of like a good investment because I could do like an Airbnb and rent it out in that area. But we opted out later on not to do it. But they're actually building like a whole area there. So it's getting bigger and bigger, that area there. Will says more jobs for the locals. It is more jobs for the locals. The only thing that I'll be honest with you, Will, that I worry about a little bit is the fact that if a lot of people, because a lot of people go to Costa Maya to check out Chacchuben Mayan ruins. So if a lot of people go there and they decide, okay, I'm not going to do the excursions that they offer, and we're just going to stay here on the Royal area, then that's the only worry that I have. Then these locals are not making as much money as they usually do because now it's going to be less. I don't know how that's going to work. But like you said, maybe, they're offering more jobs to the locals in a different way, kind of like to balance it out. That'll be kind of cool to know. That'll be very nice if that's what they're doing. But we will have to see, you guys. We will have to see what more information comes out of this perfect day in Mexico. But I think it's going to be kind of cool just to see. I'm actually looking forward to getting more information as to if they're going to do it all in the port or half of the port. The best excursion in Costa Maya was the salsa making class. Oh, that's really cool. So you got to do the salsa making class and you enjoyed it. That's awesome. I've seen that one. I've never done the salsa making class. We opted out to do that ATV ride, and we had a really great time in the ATV. It was a lot of fun, guys. Also, guys, now that we're talking about that, I do have a group cruise. My group cruise that still has cabins available if you want to come and have some time with Tinkerbell. It's going to be on the Carnival Celebration. It is going to be in April 20 of 2025. So I'm going to give you the ad so you guys can see, because I haven't put the ad here in a long time. So here it is.
Good evening, everyone. We've got a very special announcement to make today. From Sunday, April 20th to Sunday, April 27th of 2025, we'll be hosting our first ever Traveling with Tinkerbell group cruise on none other than the Carnival Celebration. The itinerary is simple. We'll be departing from the Port of Miami in Florida on the 20th. Our first day will be a simple day at sea where you can explore the boat and check out what's on board. Try some of the food at the buffet, or grab a Guy Fieri burger by the pool and relax. Following that, we'll be stopping at Amber Cove in Dominican Republic, then San Juan in Puerto Rico, and lastly St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands before 2 more sea days to take us back to port. If you're interested in joining us, you can book now at J.A. Gonzalez at ExpediaCruises.com. The phone number is 813-608-2935, and the website link will be in the description below. We hope to see you on board when the time comes.
Well, guys, another thing, how many of you guys like Margaritaville, guys? How many of you guys like Margaritaville, are thinking of going on the Islander? I need to know in the comments, because tomorrow Expedia will be hosting a online event, and there actually is a really cool deal what they have for you guys. So if you guys are thinking of traveling on the Islander, hold on. I'm going to find it here. Let me put in the link. Hold on. I'm going to put in the link here so that you guys, if you guys decide that you guys want to join, you guys can, let me see if I can copy this link. You guys can register. Here we go. You guys can register and are able to check it out. There is the link right there. And what they're doing on this link, let me see if I can get you some information. Hold on, guys, because I just been getting hot information on this thing. Hold on. I know that they're doing, this is the event. I'm looking to see because I got an email with what they're offering, and I want to give you that information just in case, because they have a lot of great offerings on this. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. Is that I'm trying to look for this information because I know I got it yesterday. I know they're doing like they're giving onboard credit per person on the Margaritaville event, and they're also doing, I think like there's like a brunch or something, and I want to give you this info. Okay, so here we go. I found it. Okay, so for those that are attending the event tomorrow for Margaritaville, they're doing a 10% discount off your cruise. They're doing a free one device Wi-Fi, onboard credit, brunch for 2 people on a sea day, reserved seating for groups. This is if you're doing a group in the dining room, and reserved seating in the theaters for all show. So that is the special thing that they're going to be doing tomorrow. If you're interested in attending, guys, I suggest you go into that website, log in there, get your place so that you can hear the whole event. This is through Expedia Cruises, and if you wish to book this special, just call me and I'll be more than happy to assist you with booking that special. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to give you that information because I don't know how many of you guys are maybe planning on going on the Islander or thinking of doing it. This might be a good opportunity for you. I know that you have to book it. I think they said no later than November 1st, but tomorrow they'll give us more information on that. So you'll have the same information that I will have. I will be attending the event, so I'll be there tomorrow as well. So hopefully, we see you guys there, and we can learn all sorts of cool stuff about Margaritaville. Another announcement that I want to have give you guys tomorrow there's not going to be an Across the Wave show. But I will be having a show at 8 p.m. tomorrow, and Martine and I will be doing the review on Utopia. Across the Wave is going to be pushed out another week because Keith had a family situation happen, and he's taking care of all of that situation. So he needs a private time, and he needs to take care of that situation. So we decided. He talked to me, so we made the decision to move the show another week to give him the opportunity to deal with what he's dealing with. And when he's done with all of that, then we'll figure it out. But tomorrow, instead of Across the Wave, I will be coming back here live at 8 p.m. So I'm taking the Across the Wave time, but it's going to be something. It's going to be with my husband, Martine. So if you guys want to come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we will be here together, and we're going to be talking about Utopia because I took him on Utopia, and he actually I want to see his review now that he's been there. He's actually gathered all his information and everything. So we're going to be talking about how he liked it, what did he like, what he didn't like, will he be going back, did he kind of like it, and all of that kind of cool stuff. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow at 8 p.m. So just for those of you that are here, just keep Keith and his family in prayer. If you believe, please keep them in prayer. They're needing everybody right now. So I'm not going to talk about what the situation is. That's something that is personal to them and his family. I just wanted to let you guys know that we are moving the show for next week, hopefully. And if for whatever reason something happens between here and then we'll figure it out, how Across the Wave is gonna show is gonna continue. But we'll figure that out. First thing, his situation is more important than all of this put together. So I've heard that ship sounds like it's very party ship. I don't know. I've never been on Margarita, but I do know, guys, that the Islander is better than the first Margaritaville. That I do know by a lot of people. So, that sounds very interesting. Looking forward to hearing about Utopia. Yeah, we're going to be doing a Utopia review tomorrow. I'm actually looking forward to it. It's going to be the first time that my husband will be on a live stream. So I'm actually super excited to have him on my show, guys. You don't understand. It is just super happy to know that he's going to be here with me and that we can talk about this topic with you guys. And I can't wait to see, his thoughts, everything that he can think that he liked or didn't like, or whatever happened in Utopia. I want to see his thoughts on that. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Look at Cruz. That's every ship is a party ship when we are on it. That's right. That is right. Actually, the party ship is getting ready to start on October 28th when we go on this cruise. So that's going to be a party on its own. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and getting to spend some time with you guys and building those relationships and networking and having just a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing a show from a live stream from the ship. We're going to be having one in Key West, one in every port. I always do a live stream of the sail away. So I'm going to be doing about 3 sail away live streams from there, a sail away party. So that's 4 shows, 4 live streams, and possibly a couple more. We might be doing an Across the Wave, all depending on what's going on. So we might be doing an Across the Wave show at 8 p.m. over there too. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. We got 2 more weeks of before we meet everybody. And I'm just happy that Milton didn't do a lot of damage to the port and that this trip is still on the go. So I'm looking forward to just enjoying that time with everybody that's going. It's just going to be a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are having a good Tuesday. If you guys have not subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and where else? Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell, you like our shows. We're just growing, we're moving and grooving, and it's just a lot of fun, guys. It's a lot of work, but I love it. I can tell you how happy I feel and how blessed I feel in my life, especially having all of you guys here, enjoying some time together, chit-chatting and getting to talk about all sorts of cool cruise times, and all of that. I don't know if you guys seen my shorts lately. There's a short that I put. We were coming from Lakeland and for weird reason that there was cops and they're having to escort the gas trucks to the gas station, guys. It was crazy. I've never seen something like that in however many years I've been here in Florida. It was the first time that I seen cops escorting gas trucks to the gas stations to make sure that everybody had enough gas. Now we're back to normal. At least in my area, we have gas everywhere. So we're back to normal. So I'm thankful for that. But let me tell you, I did a live stream at 3:45 a.m. the other day, guys. At 3:45 a.m. I was making that line in Costco because I needed gas on my car. And the gas was like 10 to 15 hour long lines to wait. And I'm like, I called Costco and I said, hey, do you guys gonna have gas tomorrow? She goes, oh yeah, we're opening at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I got up at 3:15. I got dressed and I showered, did everything I had to do, and out the door by 3:35 I was out the door, and by 3:45 40 something, I was making the line and I was number 10 in line. And I did a whole live stream from there. So if you guys have not seen that live stream, go check it out. It was fun. We actually, weirdly so, there was 2 people on the live stream. So it was kind of cool to see these 2 people on the live stream. I had Michael and Judy were on the live stream at that time. And it's funny because Miss Judy says, do not even ask me why am I doing awake at this time. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Miss Katie. Glad that you like the gas station live. Oh my God, PK, I'm gonna miss you guys on this trip. It would have been great to travel with you guys. Yep. See, that live stream was really that will be so cool to do a live stream. I will be doing a lot of live streams. I know that I do it out of every port. I do a cellarway, so we're going to be doing a lot of live streaming. I will be traveling this time with my mom and my son. By the way, Jaden, if you're watching the channel, because he's not here right now, he's actually on his birthday dinner with his dad. So Jaden, happy birthday, and thank you for everything you do for the channel. I love you to the moon and back. He's 22 today, so if you guys want to put happy birthday, Jaden, so when he sees the live stream later on, he can, you know, see all you guys' comments in there. Today is his 22nd birthday. So shout out to Jaden. Let me see. Doing okay cruises after all the phone calls to Rover. It's ready to set up Rover dog services. My drone guy just captured the most beautiful sunset footage, and oh, that must be awesome. Oh, I love Celebrity Beyond. I love it too. I finally watched the Costco live stream. That was very interesting. I know it was very interesting. It's like I told Jaden, because Jaden was with me, and I said, Jaden, should we do a live stream? He goes, I guess. We don't got nothing else better to do than to sit here. And I said, all right, we'll just do a live stream. And we decided to just live stream it, you know, just to have it as a memory of, you know, Milton and all this stuff that you can go back and we can watch it down later on. And he was talking about how he didn't like Walmart because he used to work at Walmart and all of that other stuff. So we just had a good time together. So it's just a lot of fun. You know, all these things that we do here is just memories on YouTube. And it was kind of like nice just to have that memory of us. You know, we could look back a few years down the road. Oh my God, we went to Costco at 3 something in the morning. And now I could just leave here and drive to Costco real quick and I could just pump my gas with no problems. It's crazy. But, you know, I had one of my customers that lived down the street from me. He was needing gas and I called, you know, I reached out to him, but the very next day they put his power on. So he had enough gas to put him through the night. But the next day he said he had his power on, so we didn't have to worry about helping him with gas. But we were trying to help as many people as we could because, you know, we lost power and stuff. But it was not like really, really bad, you know, so it was like kind of in and out kind of thing. What we didn't have a whole lot of it was the internet situation. It was kind of like crazy. And then we had like 2 trees on the main road that came down and messed up the whole internet situation and finally we got that back on early Sunday morning. So we got all of that stuff back. They finally cleared the trees. One of the trees on the main road to come into my neighborhood fell inside of a lady's house, the person that lives there, and it broke the whole night. Thankfully that it didn't do any damage to the house, but that tree was huge. And they also were able, you know, they clear that out. Right now, everybody I think is pretty much power restored. My mom got her electric back on what is today? Tuesday? On Sunday. She got her electric back on Sunday. So my mom was staying here with me. So for those of you that are going on the vloggers cruise, on the Boost cruise with Eddie Lugo Studios, you guys are going to get to meet my mom. My mom is going with me on that one. So I'm looking forward to spending some time with my mom and with Jaden. So Jaden is going to be there. Jaden is actually leaving on Friday. He leaves to Missouri. He'll be back on the 27th, and then we leave on the 28th. So he's going to be traveling a whole lot this coming week. He's going to go visit his sister for his birthday. That's what he wanted. Just curious that you know what? I haven't heard anything from Disney. I do know that they're back open, but I don't know if they had any damages, to be honest. But we're talking about Disney. If anything is damaged, they'll fix it in a jiffy, and you can even tell. Versus us over here, that it's really bad. I'm looking forward to, now that there's gas, I can probably go to Bayshore and the Port of Tampa. Even though I live like 15, 20 minutes away from the Port of Tampa, I can now go over there and check out to see if they have any damages or anything like that. Okay, so somebody's at the door because I could see my little Maltese is just going crazy. But anyways, guys, this is the end of our show today. Hopefully you guys enjoy the new Perfect Day in Mexico, and you enjoy, the show that we provided for you. Well, I provided for you today. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're doing a review on Utopia, so I'll see you back here at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a subscriber, for following us on Facebook. If you want to follow us on Facebook and you have not followed us on Facebook, it's the same thing, Traveling with Tinkerbell. And you guys can put pictures. You guys can put pictures of your travels there, whatever you guys want to post it all over there so people can see. That's the reason why I have Facebook, for the community. So check us out on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. Just check us out. We're everywhere, everywhere we are. So thank you so much for being here. I love you guys all to the moon and back. Please have a safe evening. God bless each and every one of you guys. I love you. And toodaloo. I see you tomorrow, guys. Toodles. Bye-bye. Hasta luego.